Yeah.
See, I like Mondays, and I'm pretty sure that what happens now is when Karen gets back, we end up golf.
Okay.
A couple of days a week, and I can't remember what days were.
Maybe it'll be Tuesday and Thursday, and then you'll just be fully booked. Oh, well, maybe Wednesdays will be the best then. Yeah. All righty, let's get started. We've got a twist class today. I think this is the last day of February, and then next month, so starting on Wednesday, we're going to do more standing balance for the month of March. So length strength, ankle strength, knee strength, and balance and core. All right, let's get on with this twisty day. Big breath up, inhale. And we'll exhale, bring our hands back towards the earth. Just flowing at your own pace. Close your eyes. Let go of your morning. We're anchoring down into our sit bones. And starting to feel a stretch down the sides of our body. If it feels nice, we can touch our thumbs together at the top. And let go of any competition today. Last one, we'll turn this into some flexions. The left hand coming down to the mat, and we'll just tip over to one side, reach both arms back up, and then tipping over to the other side. Side to side, flowing. Oh, we lost one of the Stellas. There's only 2 Stellas now. And we'll start to turn this into a twist. So we'll open up our wings nice and wide, and then twist over to one side. Inhale and open, our core is strong. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Side to side, let's think of this as a wringing out of our weekend. Getting our digestion firing up with our twists. And moving with our breath and at our own pace. Last one, we'll put that warm up together, breathing in, reaching up. Bringing the hands back towards the earth. Back up, and we'll be flexing over to one side, so tipping over, all the way back up, tipping over to the other side. And then we open up our wings and twist over to one side and the other. Our hands will come back behind us. Let's open up and feel our chest expand. Oh, there's still again. And tip forwards. Let's do that warm up one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll bring our hands back towards the earth, and then inhale, reach up again, tip over to one side, choose whatever side you want to, other side, and then we open up and twist, other side, really warming up our spines this morning. Hands will come back, we'll open up and feel our hearts soften, our lungs expand, and then tipping forward, breathe out. All right, let's give ourselves a hug. Wrapping our hands around, turning our chest towards one knee, and then over to the other side. Feeling the expansion in the back of our rib cage. And we'll keep our belly button facing forward. Wonderful. All right, let's bring those hands to our knees and do a seated cat and cow. So exhaling into our cat, rolling back, and inhale, open up. Exhale, tipping and feeling that chest come in, and then opening up, extending through our hearts. All on your own, one breath at a time. So this is that option for you if you'd like to do this for your regular cat and cow. One more. Now that our spines are nice and warm, we'll make our way to all fours. Or, of course, you could be seated still. Moving through some thread the needle flows. We'll stay on one side, reach our left arm up and twist it through. Press into that opposite hand, come back up, reach up and twist through. Just staying on that one side. Flowing on your own. Warming up. On this last one, let's hold it up today. So we're opening up. And then all the way through for about 5 breaths. We'll stay down here. We've got most of the weight in our front shoulder. Then pressing the right hand down into the mat. And we'll start our thread the needle flow on the other side. Breathing in, reaching up, breathing out, coming through. Adjusting if you need to. Oh, now I'm down to 1, Stella. Hopefully she's okay. Last one, let's hold it up. Oh, one shoulder might feel a little bit different than the other one. And then all the way through, and we'll hold down here for the shoulder stretch. About 5 breaths. Now Stella can hear, but can't see. Darn it. Sorry, Stella. All right, let's bring it on up and take it back to our child's pose. Find some breath. You can have as much space as you want to have between our knees. You can rest the belly between the thighs. Gazing forward, let's inhale. We'll come to our kneeling plank and then shift it right back into child's pose again. So shifting forward and back, warming up our core so that core is catching us so that we don't go down towards the mat. If you're taking care of your wrists, you can use your fists for wrists. On this next one, we'll keep our hips back towards our heels, draw our right hand in and bring our left hand back behind our head for an open twist, just sitting back a little bit. Breathe, feel, listen, and honor the body. Other hand will go forward, do 3 to 5 breaths for a twist on this side. Wonderful. Now we come down to child's pose with a twist. We'll slide our right elbow all the way across and twist our child's pose. If twists aren't feeling good for your ribs for any reason, of course, you could do our regular child's pose. And we'll switch sides, sweeping that left elbow through, finding our twisted child's pose. Our belly button is still facing more towards the mat than it is towards the wall, twisting from above our belly button. All right, you can go back to child's pose, or now we'll push up into downward facing dog. Do what feels nice for you. If you're taking care of your wrists for any reason, fists for wrists, or you could be on forearms, doing your dolphin pose, which is where I'm going to be today, taking care of one of my wrists. Holding our downward facing dog or a dolphin and pedaling our feet. Starting to wake up the backs of our legs. Let's inhale into a full or a kneeling plank. Come right down to our bellies or halfway. So into our half series, open up into cobra, breathe in. Breathe out back to our bellies. Then we'll press up to downward facing dog or child's pose. Take your time. And we'll start to flow through that again, our half series vinyasa, forward, down, cobra or up dog, to our bellies or back to down dog, in child's pose or downward facing dog. Choose what feels best for your body. We'll do that flow 2 or 3 more times. Forward, holding or going halfway down, up dog or cobra, back to the bellies or downward dog, or meeting in child's pose. One more time, inhaling forward. Exhale, going all the way or halfway, our up dog or cobra. Back to our bellies, pressing the earth away, meeting in child's pose or downward facing dog, or you could be on all fours as well. Be looking up between the hands and bringing our right foot up between the hands, rising up into a full or kneeling lunge. And we'll add our little twist on today, bringing our left hand over to our right knee and our right hand into our low back for a twisted lunge. And then the opposite of that twist, we'll bring the right hand forward, left hand back. Bringing it back, framing the front foot back to down dog or child's pose, and bringing the left foot forward, full or kneeling lunge. We'll rise up. Great job. And then our hand across the opposite knee first. Sinking into our legs, feeling the breath. And then the opposite of that, our left hand forward, right hand back. Gazing down at our front foot, let's frame it with our hands. Push to forward fold and start to flow through our halfway lift. Coming up and then down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling down. Amazing. One more time. And now bringing the right hand either to the block on the mat or to the mat, bending our right knee and reaching our left arm up into a twist. Beautiful. Stretch down the backs of our legs, and then we'll switch to the other side, bending the left knee, reaching our right arm up. Lots of twists this morning. Forward fold, breathe out. Chair pose, breathing in. And we'll come right up into our mountain pose. And then step our left foot back into our moonflowers and our sunflowers. So we have lots of space between our toes. Breathe in, sweep our arms up to the sky. Breathe out, bend our elbows and bend our knees, flowing at your own pace. And see how it feels to allow your eyes to close, to feel your breath within your body, to notice the air entering and exiting. Pressing equally into both of our feet, and we'll turn this into our sunflower, reaching towards the mat. Breathe in, sweeping all the way up. Breathe out, hinging and sweeping. Great work. You can touch our thumbs at the top, pinkies at the bottom, or just touching the mat. Last one. We'll take it back up to a mountain pose. So bring the feet back up and take the feet together. We're going to flow and twist our chair. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, slide that elbow across to the opposite knee, and then come back up. Breathe in, and we'll twist and go the other way. Feel your core as you flow. We're challenging our balance here with those feet a little bit closer. If it feels good, those eyes can close. And use your core. Really think of that core, drawing your elbow across. Lifting and sweeping over. Last one. Wonderful. Let's bring our hands down. Some more space between our feet. Take the right hand to our right thigh. Reach the left arm up and tip over. Oh, sorry, Marla. Stepped right out of the class for you. Other side, reach and tip. We'll bring our hands back, flowing airplane. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, hinge halfway. Warm up our hamstrings. Back up we go. And then we dive again. Almost through our warm up for the class. Great, couple more. Make sure I don't forget anything. Last one, and time for our sun salutations. So if you have a drink or you want adjustments, so we'll add a twist onto our sun salutations in our twist class. Okay, just gonna change my music up. Sorry, Marla, that I keep on having my head go out on you there. Yes, you don't really need to see my head. Come right on up to the tops of our mats, find some space between our feet, and we'll start our sun salutation. Breathe in, we'll reach up. Breathe out, dive and fold. Halfway up, we'll breathe in, and then fold again. Bending our knees, let's take our left foot back and keep our left hand down on the mat and open up into a twist with our right hand. All the way back to downward dog or child's pose. Holding here, or we'll flow. Inhale to a plank, halfway or all the way. Floating up into cobra or up dog, and then back to downward dog or child's pose. Take your time. We'll be gazing up between the hands and bringing the right foot up between the hands. We'll keep our left hand down and reach our right arm up for our twist. Breathe in, and then push to forward fold on a breath out. Halfway up, fold again. Great job. Chair pose, breathe in. Breathe out, fold one more time. Let's sweep all the way up on this one and meet in our mountain pose. And we'll do that again. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, dive towards the earth. Halfway back up. We'll fold. Now taking our right foot back, our right hand staying down on the mat, finding your lunge, twisted lunge, lifting that left hand up. And then floating back to downward dog or child's pose. Resting or flowing forward, down into our cobra or our up dog. Using our back to down dog or child's pose. Good job. Our left foot coming up between the hands, being a full or kneeling lunge, right hand down, rising up into your twisted lunge. And then pushing to forward fold, breathing out. There's some space between our feet, halfway up. Folding again. Chair pose, let's breathe in. Think of the core. Exhale, we'll rise up into mountain on this one. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Our left foot back this time. Left hand can stay down. Rising up with that right hand to our lunge. Child's pose or down dog, breathe out. And then we'll flow or hold forward. All the way, you're halfway down. Let's move into up dog or cobra. Back down to our bellies. We'll press the earth away. Child's pose or downward dog. Bringing the right foot up between the hands. Full or kneeling lunge, left hand down. We'll rise up with our right hand for our twisted lunge. And then push to forward fold. So push off that back foot all the way to fold, halfway up. Folding again. Up into chair pose. And up into mountain. We've got at least 2 more of those. Nice and warm. Big breath up. And we'll dive into our fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Folding, breathing out. Right hand back. Right foot back, not right hand. Find your lunge with that left hand going up. And then right back to down dog or child's pose. You can stay here and rest, or we'll flow together. Let's go forward, all the way or halfway down. Cobra or up dog. Back to our bellies or downward facing dog, and we'll meet in either one of those. Bringing the left foot up between the hands. And reaching that left hand up for our lunge, and then pushing to forward fold, breathing out. Halfway up, we'll breathe in, fold, breathe out, chair pose, breathing in, and breathing out, we'll come up into mountain. One more big, beautiful breath up. Inhale, exhale, dive into your fold, halfway up, and then folding again. Our right foot back, right hand down, find your lunge, breathe in. And breathe out, step it back to child's pose or downward dog. Holding here, or we'll flow forward, halfway or all the way down. Open up into your cobra, shine the chest, back down to our bellies, meeting in down dog. Great work. Left hand up between, oh my goodness, my feet and hands are mixed up. Left foot down, up. And then we move into our twisted lunge, your left hand up. Forward fold, breathing out. Halfway up, breathing in. Folding, breathing out. Chair, breathing in. And we'll rise up into our mountain. There we go. Sun salutation's done. We should be nice and warm. You're doing good. Oh, online, grab a drink if that feels good for you. And we'll move on. Okay, we're actually going to be in some kneeling lunges today. So if it doesn't feel super great to be on your knees, I think all of your lunges can be done standing. Let's bring our right foot up to the mat and step our left foot back. You can stay here or drop that left knee down onto the mat. We'll open up our wings, so more shifting that hip up a little bit and then twisting your left hand forward. If it doesn't feel good for that back hand, you can always just put it back on your lower back. Sometimes I find that feels a little bit better. We're still reaching long with one hand. And now if you'd like to, we shift that hip forward, but only if that feels good. Want to be mindful that our front foot, you might want to walk it out just a little bit. There we go. And now the left hand down to the mat, right hand either onto our knee or reaching up into our twist. Twisty Monday. Usually it's Twisty Tuesday, but we don't have classes on Tuesday. Yeah, oh, Tanker Tuesday. Now the right hand's going to come to the inside of that right foot, and our left hand's going to reach up. Anchor down into the foot, the knee, the top of the back foot. And then we come to a regular lunge. Let's lift our back knee up and push to forward fold. Might take a couple pushes to come up to forward fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, breathing in. And we're holding here in our chair pose, not holding our breath though. We can have our arms wherever it feels good. Actually, let's do eagle arms. Right elbow on top of left, and we'll sink down. Close our eyes if that feels okay. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Soften the jaw. Breathe in, sweep up. Breathe out, fold. Let's do one vinyasa, halfway up. Breathe in, fold, breathe out. We'll step our left foot back, find a lunge, breathe in. And we'll go to downward dog or child's pose. Or you can take a little rest for 5 breaths or flow. Forward, plank, all the way, you're halfway down. Find your cobra, your up dog. Back to down dog, take your time. Looking up between the hands. This time that left foot's coming up between the hands. We're dropping our right knee down onto the mat and coming up into our lunge. Wonderful. You can stay here or shift forward just a little bit. Right hand down to the mat, left arm up for our twist. Checking in with our breath, staying right here in this moment. And the opposite of that now, the left hand coming down to the mat, our right hand reaching up. So if that feels too intense, you could bring your hand to your elbow or to your knee instead. Framing our front foot, our chest facing the floor again. Let's tuck our back toes, push to forward fold, breathing out. And start to flow through that halfway lift now, halfway up and fold, breathe out. About 5 more of those. Feel the back lifting you, the spine lengthening, anchoring to the feet. Folding again. We'll hold our fold here now, stepping our left foot back and walking our hands around to the long edge of our mat, turning our toes towards the window. So we're in a wide leg forward fold. There's a little bend in our knees. So an intense stretch for the back of the legs. And you can allow your head to go a little bit closer to the mat or keep your head up, whatever works for you. Blocks can be helpful. Holding our pose and honoring our bodies. Be adding a twist onto this one. our right hand down underneath our nose on a block or on the mat, and reaching our left arm up for our twist. You could always put that hand on your back as well so that that back stays flat, the lower back, and we're twisting above the belly button. Still noticing that wonderful stretch down the back of our legs. Holding and breathing. And let's switch sides. Left hand down to the block or a mat, and we'll reach our right arm up or tuck it safely back on our low back. Whatever works for you. If the knees don't feel good, make sure there's a softness in them, or we're not hyperextending them. Untwisting, we'll walk our feet in a couple tick-tocks in and then bend our knees into a wide squat. So if you have your block, it's very helpful to put that block underneath your backside. If it does not feel nice for you to be hanging out just in space here. So you can have it on whatever level you want. Awesome, there we go. Now right hand down towards the mat, left arm reaching up for our twist. It could even be taller. I've never tried it taller. Might not work that way. Might be a bit too tall. Yeah, yeah. We'll reach the one hand up. Right in the right spot for support. And then other side. Yeah, if you're at home, you could be using a pillow or a couple of pillows to sit on. All right, bring the hand back. Let's lift up, turn our toes back towards the long edge of our mat and bring them a little bit closer together. So we're in a forward fold now, letting the head be heavy. Breathing. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, we'll breathe out. And we'll turn our toes back towards the front of the room. Amazing. Coming up into our chair, we breathe in. And we'll be twisting our chair now, bringing the knees together, the toes together. And we'll keep our knees from going one in front of the other to bring our right hand across to our left knee. You can have your hand on your back, or you can slide your forearm right across or elbow across to the outside of your knee. Breathe. Let go of your day. Rising up and keeping that twist. So right hand forward, left hand back. Squeezing our inner thighs together, our knees together, pressing into the feet. Let's straighten it out, and then we'll do that chair on the other side. Bending our knees and choosing our chair. If we want to have that hand across or elbows down and across the knees. So wherever we are, trying to bend the knees and sit the hips back. You'll feel lots of love in your quadriceps at the moment. We'll lift up the chest, but keep our twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Forward fold, breathe out. Take a little bit of space between those feet. And then stepping the left foot back. We're rising up into a high lunge. Breathe in. We're coming into our lunge. We've got a few arm circles today. Bring our right elbow down to your right knee and do some arm circles with our left hand. Warming up our shoulder. And then we'll reach that left hand towards me and then put our left heel down onto the mat. So now we end up in our side angle. If you'd like to, you could reach both hands or just stay right where you are. We'll take a gaze down at our front foot, frame it with our hands, lift the back heel, push it back to downward dog. We can hold and rest here, or we'll flow forward into a full or kneeling plank, halfway or all the way down. You can hold again or move into cobra. Back to our bellies, back to down dog, or resting in child's pose. This time, bringing the left foot up between the hands. We rise up into our high lunge. Sink into the support of our legs. And then the left elbow coming down onto our left knee, and we'll do some arm circles with our right hand, right arm. Noticing our shoulder, seeing how it's feeling today. And we reach our right hand up towards me, take the right heel down onto the mat behind us now. You can stay in side angle or reach both hands towards me in extended side angle. So good. Let's frame that front foot, lift the back heel, step it back to downward dog. We can hold here or flow forward into a full or kneeling plank, all the way down. Open up into that cobra, feel the chest. Make it back to the belly. And we'll be meeting back in downward facing dog. Take your time. Looking up between the hands, we'll hop, step, or jump right up between them for forward fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Great job. We've got one more standing. It's a twisted downward facing dog. So we'll step it back to downward dog and we'll do our twist. So right hand reaching across and under the body to the outside of your left calf or just towards the back of the leg. Could always come down to all fours if this doesn't feel good and just reach across the body or do our spinal twist again. Let's do the other side. So either on all fours or downward facing dog, reaching across for the leg. So good. Great job. Let's come to all fours and move through some cat and cows. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. See how that feels. Couple more. Last one, let's hold in our tabletop. Fists for wrists or hands down. We'll reach our right arm forward and our left foot back, stretching our spine. Breathe. Drawing energy up into our fingertips, our wrist, our knee. Feel that length as we're reaching in opposite directions. And down we go, other side. Either your fist for your wrist, you can modify with your hand on a block, and then the opposite arm going forward and foot back. Think of our belly button again, facing towards the mat, our chest towards the mat. So good. I love this stretch for our back. Let's take a rest now in child's pose or downward facing dog. Good opportunity if you wanted to grab another drink or something like that before we move on with our practice. Wonderful. All right. So from our child's pose, we're going right onto our bellies and drawing our hands back. Elbows come in towards the rib cage. You can have your full hand down if that feels okay for your wrists, fists, or fingertips. We'll lift up our chest. We've got our feet still down on the mat and look over our left shoulder. We'll bring that chin back towards the front of the mat on the floor and then look over our opposite shoulder. Still lengthening our spines. Oh, I got to switch my sign. It still says February. We'll switch some stuff up today. All right, rolling over onto your right side. We'll rest our head onto our right arm and take the left foot in front with the sole of the left foot down on the mat. So bent knee so that we can do some leg lifts, inner thigh leg lifts. If you want to, you could put your hand here, but I kind of like it like this. And then we're just doing some pulses with this opposite leg. So let's put our right foot in front and then lift that opposite foot. Sorry, I've got you off saying the wrong leg for you. So this leg on top should be your left, right? And then your right foot's going up and down underneath, strengthening that inner thigh. Oh, that feels lovely. If you want to hold that leg, that right foot up now, just rest your head on your arm, strengthening our inner thigh. And what we do on one side, we most definitely should do on the other. So we'll roll over onto the other side, rest our head on our bicep. Bring that front leg or that top leg so that the foot goes down onto the mat. And do some pulses at first with that bottom leg. 4, 3, 2, and we'll be holding it up now. Breathe. You can have your foot flexed or pointed, whatever works for you, whatever feels best. I know the new Pilates classes that we added, a lot of the poses have toes or pointing instead of flexing like in yoga. So that's kind of a fun change up. Rolling onto our backs, and we'll be coming up to a boat pose. So maybe extending the legs long and arms long, and then we come up into our boat and try to pop on up. Time to adjust the clothes again, get comfortable, and take the boat into a twist. Let's bring our right hand towards our left foot or the ankle, extend, and then that opposite arm going back. If it's feeling unsteady, we'll put our foot down on the mat, our opposite foot. So good. Let's bring it back so you can anchor down and reach, or you can have that other foot up. That's tough. It's challenging, I just say. Both of our feet will come down onto the mat. There's going to be some, not quite a wide leg, but maybe somewhere in between. Taking our right hand towards our left toe and reaching the opposite arm back. Very twisty today on this lovely Monday. Other side. Hand goes across, we open it up. Bring that chin around, the chest around, the feet will come a little bit closer together, bending our left knee. So lots of options for this one. I'm sure that both of you that are in class today know you can have your foot here or here. You could kind of tip over and bend this foot. That's another option if you want to, or keep that leg straight. And we'll twist. So we'll bring our right hand around our left knee or our elbow. But we'll be kind to our body. So if something is not feeling quite right in our twist, especially pulling back. Lengthening our spine, so keeping it long, shoulders down from our ears. Untwisting, doing the other side, our left foot forward, bringing the opposite foot down. Then you can choose where you want it to be, one side or the other, or that bent knee. And we'll draw our spine long and then twist across. Think of your internal organs getting a nice massage, some movement, some feeling. Taking deep breaths. We'll untwist our necks and take a roll right back onto our backs, drawing our knees into chest. Take a beautiful rock side to side, massage your backs. Let the head be heavy on the mat. Let's reach our feet up towards the sky and our hands up towards the sky. And a few little workouts for our core, reaching our right hand across to our left toe or our left shin, and then coming back down, lifting up the shoulder blades, bringing the left hand across to the toe, and then coming back down. Side to side, reaching up. You can rest your head each time in between, bringing it back down to the mat. Or you could be holding this pose without the twists and the crunches. Awesome. Couple more. Or holding. And let's bend our knees. Keep our hands up and tuck our thumbs into our hands and do some wrist rotations. Give our hands a little bit of love, our wrists some love. One more twist before our Shavasana, extending our right leg long and drawing the left knee across the body. So our regular twist that we do, drawing that left knee all the way across and then anchoring our shoulder blades back down onto the mat, opening up across the chest. Breathing. A nice deep twist at the end of practice. Modifying, of course, in any way that feels good. Ten more breaths on that side. Settle in. Allow the weight of our bodies to melt down into the mat. And slowly and in your own time, switching sides. Getting comfortable, drawing the knee up and then across. You can stretch your backs and then adding that twist. Finding around 10 or 15 breaths. Our last opportunity to ring out our weekend, to let go of any thoughts that are creeping around in our minds that aren't bringing us joy or serving us in a good way. Let them go. And now making our way back onto our backs. One more rock side to side. And we'll be settling into our Shavasana. Take your time getting there. Here's an eye cover for you, Shin. Here we go. Would you like a bolster underneath your knees? Oh. Settle in. I've got a little a little reading today on courage, or just some thoughts about courage. So much courage being seen out in the world these days. Allow the weight of your body to simply sink down into the support of the mat. We'll go through a body scan and then our little thoughts about courage. Take a moment to make any last minute adjustments in a space where you can allow your muscles to really let go of the bones, to give your muscles permission to relax, for the bones to sink down, and to feel your breath flowing in and flowing out. Feel the breath smoothly entering and smoothly exiting, softening our eyes, our eyebrows, our jaw, our shoulders, bringing awareness to any physical sensations in the body today. Progressively relaxing the entire body, inch by inch. Imagining our breath as a healing light, traveling to these different areas of our body. You bring your kind and gentle awareness to each area. Starting by tuning into the crown of our head, bringing our awareness just to the top of our head. There's no right or wrong, just noticing whatever is happening for you. Moving your awareness and that healing energy, maybe it's a light, into our foreheads and into the eyebrows. Again, just tuning into whatever is present for you, just a noticing. Allow our awareness to float down and move into our eyes. As we soften our eyeballs, feel the weight of our eyelids. Noticing if there's any movement in our eyes. Melting down into our nose. Feel the breath. Notice if there's any difference between the left nostril and the right nostril with the air entering. Feel your body breathing. Just be with an inhale and an exhale. Moving down into our mouth, our jaw, letting go of any tension that might have built up there. Some space between our teeth. Noticing how the tongue is resting in our mouth. Shifting our awareness to our neck, our throat. Notice the way your neck and throat move when you breathe. Down into our shoulders and shoulder blades, feeling the shoulder blades sink down and the jaw and the collarbones resting. Bringing your focus into your upper arms and your elbows. Notice where those parts of our body are touching the mat. Moving down into our lower arms, our wrists, and any tension left in our hands, melting right out our fingertips. Coming back up into the chest and resting here for a moment. Noticing your chest, the gentle rise and fall of your lungs and your belly. Tuning into the body breathing. Dropping down into our lower back, into our hips. Moving down into our thighs, our knees, noticing any points of contact with the floor or maybe the air present. Letting any last bits of tension melt out our shins, our calves, our toes. There's no right or wrong. Our focus on some courage today. Courage involves inner strength and allows us to persevere. And it is the first step towards empowering ourselves. Courage can require bravery, confidence, and self-encouragement. And yoga can help us achieve. Helping us to become more courageous in just our modern day-to-day lives. The way we understand and employ courage can look different and is really relative to our own changing circumstances. But for instance, in yoga, sometimes courage is about committing to a shape or challenging ourselves. Other times, courage is about accepting and celebrating where we are today and not worrying about how we may look. Stepping outside of our comfort zone, whether this can relate to yoga or any other elements of our life. There's no rush whatsoever. We can wiggle our fingers and our toes. Think about incorporating some courage into our day-to-day, even if that means just the courage to let go of things that no longer serve us in a good way. Let's move our head side to side. When it feels okay, rolling over onto one side and noticing a breath in the body. From there, making our way up into an easy seated position. There's no rush whatsoever. Let's take a big breath up, inhale, and draw our hands towards our heart center. A couple more, breathing in, reaching up, gathering up, and then drawing those good feelings down towards our heart. One more big breath. And if it feels okay, we'll take a little bow towards the earth. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. See you again next Monday or Wednesday. We'll see. Bye, Marla. Have a good day. Bye, Stella, if you're still there. See you.